Talking with the chairman of the Heritage Classic Foundation, Steve Wilmot, about the RBC Heritage, a signature event in 2024. In a previous interview, we talked about how how all of that comes together. Let's talk this time about how it kind of impacts those of us who have been going to this tournament for years and years and years. Besides the fewer players, we talked about the field, 70 to 80 players. Is the foundation going to come out of this as well as you have in the past, and it's with fewer players and I don't know, bigger crowds? You think you're not going to make the crowds any bigger? You capped them last year.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Well, there's things that we certainly look at. We're not going to sell any more tickets, and we're not going to price gouge either. There is, last year we were already in the marketplace with before the announcement of it.
Ticket price probably going to go up a little bit.
And at the
come on, you're a signature now. You're elevated.
And we're also exactly. I mean, if you think about it, if a major was coming into your community, and of course they're in and gone, we're
sure.
year round, but we're looking to upgrade our offerings as we did last year. We stepped up without passing along, but our partners looking to help. Increasing the pricing a little bit, but also the offering. You just can't go here, but some of our, whether it's the Lighthouse Club or Docks or the Calabogie Club or the Wine at Nine or our concessions, that's all a part of enhancing the experience, and that's what we're going to continue to do. Tickets last year, we could have sold more tickets, but we didn't want to. I mean, there's still an operation and experience that we want these spectators to, and partners, sponsors, volunteers to have as well.
So if I'm taking that out a step, we're going to get a major experience without, if you've ever been to a major, the crowds and the mess of having to negotiate with a major. It's not going to be like Kiowa and the PGA in the past. It's not going to be like
and and we learned some things last year. I mean, you talked about the flow and the spectators, and we had some viewing areas that people that we. Sometimes, you're looking at it, you're not in an arena where you sit and watch the entire game. You're on a golf course, and, we have people that go, okay, let's stay there for an hour. Well, who's coming up? Oh, well, this group's great. Who's coming up? Oh, that group's great. All of a sudden, these people are hanging out longer than we had anticipated. So we're looking at all our venues, whether it's just for general spectators.
I was going to say, do you think there'll be more permanent, more grandstandy type places
we're trying to,
where you think
we always have, people, that's certainly, our sponsors and RBCs and Boeings are certainly important to us, but that general spectator that has supported us by just purchasing a ticket is important too. Absolutely. And we are a flat venue, so we're not like a TPC course that has the natural viewing area. So we continue to look at that, and the flow is going to be a little different. Like in years past, Thursday and Friday we had 132. In last year's case, we had 150 players going off front and back and playing from sun up to sundown. And next year the plan is from a competition side is going off the first tee in twosomes.
All 4 days.
All 4 days. So the one thing is, that changes a bit of the flow, and obviously from an operational side too, and the length of the competition, but volunteers hours and all too. But you'll also, there's no cut in next year for us. There is a cut on a couple of the other signature events, but they're Mr. Palmer's event, Mr. Nicklaus' event, and Mr. Wood's event. I guess I can call him Tiger.
But Mr. Wilmot's event will have everybody here for 4 days. Which how cool is that?
And there's a reason why we're into we don't necessarily sell the week-long badges anymore. We're more the day specific because of operational things. We can plan better and with parking and transportation and all. But should your player, a lot of times we force people, if you're going to want to see your guy, you got to come out Thursday or Friday. In this case, unfortunately your guy you're a fan of might be first off on Saturday, but he's going to be
but he'll be there.
He'll be there. And so that's different. But we'll have basically the Saturday and Sunday competition how we have had from time, first tee, start time to end time will be the same on Thursday and Friday.
All right. so much more we can cover. We'll do that at some point a little bit down the road. We'll let you all digest this. Steve, thanks so much for the time. Thanks for what you've done to help the Heritage become a signature event. And I got to get your autograph here in a minute so that I have one. I'm going to need one on my ticket. We're all going to have a signature on our ticket. You're going to make it signature. Put Matt Fitzpatrick to work. Thanks so much.
No, it's a thank you. It's truly a team effort, and this community has been. It's why we're here, why they're here.
Sure.
So thank you.
All right. We'll be back with more right after this.